What's up everyone, it's me, ThusIAtone, and I want to welcome you to my first Call of Duty Black Ops tutorial. Now I'm going to do a series of tutorials on this game, and it's all going to be how to navigate the menus. Because one thing this game has is extreme depth, and it's not missing in the menus. So the menus can be a little bit overwhelming, especially for a first-time player, and I'm actually well on my way to prestiging for the first time, and the menus are still a little overwhelming for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one in multiple tutorials, just to give you kind of like a different perspective on them and put them in a little bit of an easier view for you, and it'll help you navigate them better and set up your classes and player card and kill streaks and all that much better. So let's go ahead and start with this tutorial, and that is the Create a Class tutorial. Now this is just going to be a very basic overview of all the different features and the layout of the Create a Class. Now as you can see, I have 5 Create a Classes. I have not renamed them yet, but you can do so by hitting X on any of them, as it says on the bottom. So let's go ahead and just look at my first Create a Class. At the top you'll be able to pick your primary weapon. You hit primary and then it'll give you a bunch of different options which will unlock at different points during your prestige. Just hit primary for your main weapon. You have a choice of 5 different classes of guns. You go ahead and make that choice, come back, and then you can go ahead and buy attachments. Now everything in this game you have to buy with your COD points. Some of them will be available all from the start, like all the attachments, but some of them, like for instance the primary weapons and secondary weapons, will not be available necessarily until you reach a certain level, and then even then you have to spend your points to earn them. So then you buy and select your attachment for your primary weapon, put it on there, and then you can go down to your camo to buy a camo for it. You buy it, select it, and put it right on there. Reticle color and lens will open up to me later, as it will for you. And then clan tag and emblem down here is what you can purchase if you want to display your clan tag or your emblem on your gun. Now when you purchase these 2 options as well as the attachments and camo, that only applies to the certain gun that you have picked at the moment. So if you want to purchase the same camo on a different gun, then you have to go back into the other guns menu, go back into camo, and then select it for that gun, which means you're going to have to buy the camo all over again for every single gun that you want it on. Then you can go down for the secondary, and for the secondary weapons it's the same thing, except secondary weapons can't have camo, and they can only have 1 attachment, no 2 attachments with Warlord. Next we have the lethal grenade selection screen. You can choose one of 3 grenades: frag, semtex, and tomahawk. The tomahawk is like the throwing knife in Modern Warfare 2, except it makes a nice whooshing noise. It's a little bit easier to use in my opinion, and it travels much faster, but not as far. Next we have the tactical grenades, and there are 5 different tactical grenades. I'm actually using the Nova Gas, which is quite a different and new grenade that they've added this game. It's based on the single player storyline. It's kind of like a toxic gas screen grenade, but my favorite is still the decoy, which simulates gunfire and will show up on the enemy's radar as one of you firing. Next we have the equipment, and all the equipment are available at the beginning, but they are quite hefty in price for a beginning account, as well as having to buy every single one, and they are not replaced with Scavenger as they were on Modern Warfare 2. Next you have all your perks. The great thing about the perks in this game, all 15 are available right off the bat. The only problem, you have to buy every single one. It's really cool. It lets you pass on perks you don't really care for, and it lets you level up the ones you want very quickly. Once you unlock the 3 challenges needed for a pro version of a perk, you then have to buy the pro version as well. So as you see, I've already completed the Hardline Pro and Sleight of Hand Pro. Still working on the other ones though. Last but not least for Create a Class is Face Paint menu, which is really cool. It's basically just like camo for your face to cover up that fleshy tone. And it's really cool. There's a lot of different variations and some classified versions down below that you'll unlock later on. The face paints are a really cool addition because you can combine the face paint with a lot of different things in order to outfit your character to suit him best for whichever map you're going to be on. Like for instance, you can see that my character right now is best suited for a snowy map. So say I'm going to go on Array, which is a snowy map. I'm going to go ahead and select my primary weapon and my camouflage with the AK-47. I'm going to select the Siberian camo so that it has the Siberian camo on there and it blends in with the snow. Then I'm going to go down to face paint and buy the Tundra camo for my face, and that's going to apply to my face and blend in with the snow as well. And then last but not least, perk 1 is very special in that all 5 perk 1s change the look of your character. And I don't know if many people have noticed that before, so I just want to go ahead and point that out. So I'm looking for something, that would, look good on my character. I mean, but basically it's just going to be what perk that you want to use the most, as they'll all basically be suited for whatever you need. Last but not least, if you see down at the bottom it says Arctic Spetsnaz, that's because with the left and right bumper you can switch between different looks, and some are suited better for different maps. So I'm going to go into a snowy map, so I'm going to either choose the Arctic Black Ops or the Arctic Spetsnaz. I'm going to use the Spetsnaz because it has the camo gear which fits my face paint and my gun camo. So basically that's it. You can do a lot of different combinations in order to suit your character for many of the different maps and settings this game has to offer. So hopefully you've enjoyed this first tutorial on the Create a Class system. We've explored this menu. I wanted to give a shout out to all my friends at topgamerforums.com. We're a great forum community where we discuss all the top games. We've got dedicated sections for Call of Duty Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Halo Reach, and Minecraft, and we'll be constantly changing those based on which games are popular at the time and which ones are upcoming. We also have general gaming discussion forums as well, so come on down, say hello, join the talks. We'd be glad to have you. And look for my next tutorial, because I'm going to be going over, in the player card, how to edit your emblems, which is basically the most in-depth portion of this game. So take a look at that, stop on by the forums, and I'll talk to you guys later.